Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature an actionable tip that you can use today. Larry, and I think I got a good one here. So
I'm excited about this one, John.
Yeah.
I got to tell you. So this was Johnny sends me this picture the other day. I got to tell you, and I looked at it and I said, "Is that a ghost?" And he says, "No."
No, or an alien.
It wasn't a ghost or an alien.
There we go.
What it is so, folks, the weather has finally gotten hot here in Atlanta. Finally. I mean, man, it's been a long spring. Anyway, be that as it may, it finally got hot. John was down by the pool. And Johnny, I'm take it away from here.
Yeah, I mean, so folks, that Larry and I have got certain tools that we've got the battery packs for all these things, and they're Ryobi stuff. And so far, so good. I actually haven't, I know they take a big hit in the market and stuff like that. They're not the Milwaukees of the world, things like that.
No.
I haven't broke one of those things yet.
I have, but it's been through a massive amount of use.
I haven't, and it's just, and I've used the heck out of these things. Anyways, so long story short, they've got, I don't know, 150 different tools now. Whatever.
More than that. Anyway, yeah, keep going. They got
and they all fit, most of them are all the 18-volt packs and stuff. So folks, if you're into these cordless things, you kind of stick with them because the battery packs are what's really expensive on these things, right? Anyways, they've got this thing. It's a powered fan mister, and it shoots out mist, and it's a fan. It's a small fan, and it has an onboard pump, and it's made to fit in one of those 5-gallon like Homer buckets from big box stores. Okay, Home Depot or Lowe's
Paint
or
bucket,
whatever.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that this thing is unbelievable. I mean,
folks, when he sends me this picture, I kid you not, it's shooting a stream of mist out that was probably, it was on your deck. We need to post that picture. It was on your deck, and it shot a good 20 feet. I mean, easily.
With a cone that's like 6 feet. I mean, it was incredible, and so I've got, this thing actually had come with a little charger and a small 1.5 mAh battery,
Oh, too small. But anyway,
yeah. But that thing will last. I know. I just need a tool, right? But I had to get that thing.
The battery too.
But the battery's great for my drill because it doesn't weigh anything.
Right.
Anyways, that thing, that little battery will last up to 3 hours on this thing.
Oh, that's pretty good actually for a 1.5 mAh battery.
So I put my big 4.0, right? The 4 amp, and that thing, I ran that for like 4 hours with the pump, and it fit, you can use the pump or you can attach a garden hose to it. So if you attach the garden hose, then you use the pressure and you don't have to put the pump on.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
So it's got two switches on it. One's for the fan speed, high and low, and then pump high and low.
Yep.
And so if you put the garden hose on it, then you just let that work. You take the pump offline. So now you're saving even more battery. But I had that thing on for 4 hours straight, and it only ate half that battery. So
that's amazing.
I know it, and I'm sitting there by the pool, with this thing, and everybody's like, wow, that thing, so what I did, I'm sitting under a table with the umbrella, and I just blasted that thing up into the umbrella, and the umbrella, it all comes down, and it's like this big mist tent.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I'm great. This is life, man. I'm living large.
What we used to call those swamp coolers. They're basically, it's a big
it goes along that way. Now, I will say that, folks, this isn't, something that's like a 1100 PSI pump, professional, commercial type mister that you see. There is one thing that's true in thermodynamics. When things change states, then they go from a liquid to a gas. What happens? Cooling happens.
Cools down. Johnny, I love when you talk science. It's kind of
sexy.
So
when that happens in a real type of, this 1100 PSI pumps where it's like a fog,
Yeah.
that breaks down and it actually does cool the air.
Yep.
It actually does. And especially when there's low humidity. So you see this a lot for all you folks that are out in Arizona and, all those places that don't have high humidity, they work great. Now, this thing is more like, you're just kind of getting a little sprinkle of, but it works tremendously well. I just wanted to set that there. So those are the difference between when you look at misters for, your house and, that kind of thing. But anyways, I don't want to digress on that. But this thing works tremendously and it lasts forever. I mean, not forever, but for hours and hours and hours. I couldn't believe it. And with the pump on, I was like, wow, this is really something. So
I have a question for you. Can you plug that into 110 or not?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
It's probably smart because it's got water in it.
Yeah, because it is all sealed. Mm-hmm. The battery compartment sealed. Everything is sealed, rubber sealed.
Okay.
Because it does get wet.
Okay.
Which is even better. I mean, this thing, whoever came up with this, it's brilliant. It really works good. So I'm going to put this in the same category as the little blower. I mean, once you have this thing, it's like, how did I live without it? Because it's portable. And so I got a little pail, I don't know if you can see that. It's about that big,
right.
Instead of the big bucket. And just fill that up so I can take it around. I'm not taking a big, Homer bucket with me, everywhere. So down to the pool and just fill that thing up. And I just put that thing on top of it. It works like a champ. Unbelievable. So highly recommend it.
So there you go. So I have a quick aside to that. So I hadn't told you, but I bought a little one of their fans one day. I had a drywall job that I was trying to get some air on, and I just didn't have it. So I bought one. They make a little fan that's 8 volt or 8. The reason I asked you about 110, it's 18 or 110 volt, either or. And I stuck my battery on that and ran the fan for, again, it was all day.
It's the
and
same.
It worked great.
It's the same fan, except they built this with the pump in it.
With the pump in it,
and two low misting nozzles on both sides of the thing, the fan.
Works really good.
And you can use this as the fan. You don't need to turn a pump. It's just a brilliant. So well done, Ryobi.
Well, and there you go. So with that, I guess we want to thank you for listening to the Handyman Pros Radio Show. That's a good tip, Johnny. We like that one because the hot seasons are here, and guess what? Time to do it. So there you go. Folks, if you have any questions, concerns, send us a note, questions@handymanprosradioshow.com, or send us an email at handymanprosradioshow@gmail.com. Either way, we want to thank you for listening. We'll see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.